Sure.
Anyway,
You're live.
Oh, you are. You don't
we're
rest.
live. We're talking about the fact that I am now a former smoker.
Yeah.
But
From
they
a month,
said
But
so.
you were
For
still
a month.
smoking.
But I'm
Oh, yeah.
smoking.
Still
Yeah,
smoking.
but the problem is that they said that by day 3, my energy levels should increase. I'm at month 1, and
Day.
I want to take a
Day.
nap every day at 3 o'clock. So
How
if
long
I'm
have
gonna,
you been smoking?
I'm gonna, since I was 15,
Yeah.
so
Over
like
here.
30
7.
years.
Just 7.
Yeah. You've got a lot to get out of your system.
Yeah, it's gonna take a while.
Yeah.
So if I fall asleep, just
Okay,
like
that's fine.
continue
I'll
on.
just keep.
I contribute
but
nothing
also
anyway.
naps are just the older you get, the more precious naps become.
Yeah,
I've already had one today.
Oh, nice.
I would have, except I had to do. I was afraid I wasn't going to wake up for this.
Yeah.
Bill would have, except he's in a restaurant.
Yes, he's in his restaurant.
Coffee shop, strangebrewcoffee.com.
Are you at Strange Brew Coffee?
I am
Yeah.
Oh, I love it. Sitting in
Yeah.
a booth?
eating gummies. Yep, sitting
But
there.
everything is backward.
Is your house okay?
Yeah, I guess it's as okay as it's going to be. Our basement flooding has ceased, I think. But now today we were having the floor replaced in here, so I'm like, okay. The guy said, "Hey, I can come do it today." Out of the blue, I'm like, "Yes, I'm not going to turn that down."
Yeah, get in there.
So here we are, and I forgot my earphones and stuff, so we're just going to be unprofessional. I can put this over here and pretend.
Yeah, it'll be fine. Nothing to worry about.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
Yeah, luckily we have 0 production value, so like.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
Who we played to? Phil Plate? Like, it's
Yeah,
fine.
exactly.
My wife was like, "Can I run your headphones there?" I said, "No, no,
Nah,
that's okay.
we're good.
We'll be
Yeah,
fine."
I need a nap.
Oh, my God.
yeah.
So
La,
tired.
la, la.
Christine hasn't smoked for 30 days, and she's made $100,000 off of saving.
Mm.
Yeah, you have so much money now. You're not buying cigarettes.
Yeah,
Aren't you excited about
I
that?
didn't smoke that much anyway, but
you're
still.
Twitter
You
rich.
could buy
I'm glitter rich.
yeah, you could buy a car soon.
Oh.
Any minute.
Jimmy
All right.
Blanco.
Is this backwards? Is there some way?
Yeah, you gotta
Yes,
go
that's
in
what
your,
I said. Everything is
you gotta
backward.
go in your camera setting and
I do?
Mirror.
Yeah,
unmirror.
live. Let's see what happens. Where is it?
There
Even?
you go. Yeah, go for
On
it.
the settings on
Mirror.
your bottom, see the little gear, click it, and then check, there's a toggle that says mirror camera.
Oh.
And
Hey.
then you,
Hey,
oh, look at
at
that.
Strange Brew
Oh.
Coffee.
Yeah,
Hey,
there
we
you
just
go.
go more professional. One step closer to professional.
Now it doesn't say bullshit coffee. It says
God
Strange
dang
Brew
it.
Coffee
I like
behind
you
you.
said bullshit.
SP, not BS.
So, what have we missed for 3 weeks? Drew's
Oh, all
forgotten
kinds
how
of
to do
stuff.
everything.
Oh, indictments. Who's got
Yeah.
indictments? We all got
I don't know.
indictments. Everybody wants to indict.
Yeah, I'm trying
Let's
to fix a
see.
technical thing real quick. Something finally did break, and it's nothing I can fix. So we'll see how it goes.
There we go.
Yeah, it's about to happen.
Are we not on? Are we not on?
We're on Twitch, but I got to get the embed up soon so we can get our extra 2,000 people in here.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
we want that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Aren't we supposed to be bought by the New York Post or something by now?
Yeah, what's going on with that? Where's Bezos?
Yeah. I don't know, man. He's yeah. At some point, I'm hoping somebody's like, man, this is like easy. So, it's like a straight up pickup. Man, hold on, I'm talking
Straight
to
up.
the team here.
Pick up, boy. You're right.
What?
Yeah, I talked to a friend of mine works for Al Jazeera now, but that was a hard no. They really-
Oh yeah, we are not in Al Jazeera.
I was like, it's
Well,
like,
you should really hit up like the Daily Sun or one of the rags that we're constantly using.
yeah. So
There's
yeah,
that
I mean,
one guy.
at some point. Hey, are we allowed to be like? I'm not in SAG, but if I was, are we allowed to do this?
Yeah, we're allowed to do this.
Oh, okay, great. All right, then we're good.
There's no money involved with this.
No.
We're not hyping anything studio owned.
Not yet. Yeah.
So
Well,
there's a roller rink that has invited us to go to their rink because they claim they're gonna be filming The Big Bang Theory at this rink in September. But The Big Bang Theory ended in 2019.
yeah, I was gonna say, and also
What?
there's a strike.
And then also there's a strike. So I feel like somebody's
Maybe
lying
it's
here.
Big Bang Theory on ice.
Yeah, maybe it's
We should go there and make a documentary because I think it's a trap.
Oh,
You
it's
should.
Snag Trap.
I think so.
Real
See who
Snag
actually
Trap.
shows up. Yeah, because it's like,
Yeah.
who do they think this is?
Let's go. Let's all go.
So
Park
Yeah.
party.
we might have to go to this roller rink.
Where is it even? What state?
Arlington, Texas. I'd have to drive.
Oh, shit.
Tell
Yes.
it's the
I just got
Big Bang
back from
Theory
Dallas.
roller show.
Yeah, it's like the road show, but it's like the
Yeah,
broad
it'll be like
Broadway
people
version.
dressed like the characters, and they'll just
Yeah.
play the audio from a sitcom,
That's what I'm thinking.
and they'll
Maybe it.
skate around to it.
No, I asked, and they said because I was like, they stopped filming that, and they were like, no, their actors aren't going to be there. They're just going to be filming, and then you can be in the background.
I've heard that line before.
I'm
And then
so-
they take off your clothes.
Okay,
And
I
take off
feel-
your front, take off
If it
your
is-
tops.
But
Okay,
it's close
okay.
enough. It is close enough that I am tempted just to zip up there for the weekend. And
I
see.
kind
For an attempt to be on a canceled show.
Yeah.
No, my
Yeah,
daughter's a
just-
roller. She's a roller girl, so it's all for her. I don't care.
But it's still, that show has been off the air for many years.
yeah,
Not
Yeah.
many.
Your
It went off
daughter
the air
to come, or
in
did they ask us to
2019.
come?
It's not many. 20, 21, 22, 23. 4.
That's forever in TV.
that's a lie. Yeah, I was gonna say,
Tell
for
you and
TV.
your daughter to come, but not bring us. I don't understand.
Yeah.
I'm just saying there's a better way for your daughter to be on TV than that.
Well,
There's gotta be.
Don't do
Other
it.
than
Tell her to come up with a clever act on Go on America's Got Talent.
Big Bang Theory on Ice.
She is a clever act.
There you go. Have her do a roller boogie on America's Got Talent.
I like
Yeah.
it.
That's
Yeah.
a much better route than trying to go and be a background actor on an episode of.
But then I
Anything
wouldn't feel. I would like to travel. What? What's the problem?
You can
here?
always travel, Christine.
Yeah.
You and your daughter can take lovely trips together anytime you want.
Yeah. Okay.
I
We're
assume.
going
Actually,
tomorrow.
There you go.
Yeah, where's your next trip to, Christine? Where are you headed?
Tomorrow.
You know.
Yeah, we're flying out to DC tomorrow.
DC,
Oh, okay.
the nation's capital. You're going to
There you go.
protest.
You gonna protest indictments? That's what everyone
No,
else
it's actually Maryland,
Oh,
National Harbor. But I'll be staying in DC for like 4 or 5 days before I head over to Maryland.
You
is this
should,
the party job again? Just drinking? Oh, good.
Yeah,
Man, if I got paid for drinking, anyway,
you'd be so rich.
I really would. And probably
You should picket in front of the White House with a sign that says "More blood for Biden."
yeah. Yeah. Well, you got to bump the other guy who's already out there, right? I'm sure there's a couple of those.
Give him more blood. He looks anemic.
Yeah, that's right. That's what he's
That guy
doing.
needs an IV of something.
Speaking of which, that's a story I didn't pull, and I don't know if there's only one guy doing this, but apparently, I'm going to assume there's more than one. But apparently, one of the guys that was claiming that he had found a fraternal youth by injecting himself with his son's teenage blood
Oh my God!
has stopped doing that with no comment. He's decided it. I guess he doesn't.
He's
want
decided that it's poisoning him or whatever it does with
It's-
you. Inject the wrong blood into your system.
Can't imagine it helps anyway. I don't know.
That's been tried for millennia.
Yeah,
That routine.
yeah. It turns out it still doesn't work.
Yeah, it still isn't. Damn it, science! When are you going to catch up? When we could do blood to blood fountain of youth?
Yeah, exactly.
AI
They're
will
working
figure,
on it.
AI will figure it out for us.
The Romanians are at the top of the tech list on that one, I think.
Yeah, fucking A, man. They got to be at the top of something.
Yeah, they do. And it's-
Better than the people formerly known as gypsies.
Yeah, that's right.
that, hanging around your neck all day long.
It's the name of the country, I think, is people formerly known as. Yeah.
No,
All right. Well,
then.
we could probably jump in because I think this is gonna. They're still working on getting the embed loaded. Anyway, we got our peanut gallery in here, so we'll go low for the first bit.
Penis.
We're already going low.
Yeah. Oh yeah, of course. I mean, but, lower than usual.
Okay.
Aim
Yeah.
low, kids. Aim low.
Couple of things.
Park motto. Aim low.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, don't aim high because then you got to hit that twice.
Yeah, and fuck that. Like,
Yeah,
the
no good. That's like
expectations
work.
happen.
Oh, an ex-Trump aide slams his use of word riggers
Oh,
on
boy.
Truth Social as a racist bullhorn.
Oh boy.
Riggers,
Dog
yeah.
whistle.
I thought the same thing when I read this. So we'll pull up the thing here where there's a little, I don't know what they call them, twats, if it's on Truth Social. Oh, they don't even have a copy of it. That's good. Anyway, he said this. He said, I don't know. Do you want to do it, Lucky? I don't know if you got a good.
I don't do a Trump, but
Yeah, that's actually probably fine. But
hey, it is going to be a complete exoneration. We never went after those that rigged, in capital R, rigged
Yeah.
the election. They only went after those that found
Careful.
to find. Wow. Well, hold on. Let's go to this sentence. The whole sentence. Wait, zoom out just a little bit.
Don't
oh yeah,
stutter.
yeah.
They only went after those that found to find the riggers.
Yes, that's an
What?
English sentence.
Well done.
Written by
Found
somebody
to
used to-
find them.
Yeah, I actually that word kind of jumped out to me too when I read this online. I was like, all right, yeah. I mean, it's like,
Oh yeah, he. Somebody said, "Sir, you have to at least change that first letter."
yeah, exactly. Because the original draft was way worse. You should have seen it. Yeah, so
Republican.
yeah, they suspect that this is because the DA in Georgia that's brought him up on 1 million counts of racketeering charges. I don't actually remember the number. 19 people involved. That's just the fourth indictment. He's setting records all the time. But what was funny about this is this reminded me of an old FARC thing. So during the Trump presidency, one of the problems he had is that, and we won't play any of these because there's too many, but he had a problem mispronouncing the names of countries all the time. So I just Googled because I was looking for one in specific. But so I got this. He did Namibia, Thailand.
Oh man, Thailand.
Oh, I remember Thailand.
Yeah, Yosemite. That's
Well, don't forget. Did we already talk about China?
Oh man,
China. Yeah, China.
China. Yeah, he's always talking about China.
China. Yeah, exactly, with the G. So, yeah. So what was funny is there was I think it was a FARC headline or a FARC suggestion anyway, where there's something effective. This media team is terrified that something might happen in the country of Niger, and he have to go on.
Oh my God!
Can you imagine?
Hey, who knew? Who knew that was in the old country? Huh?
It's Niger. What?
Wait, what?
Yeah, that's not what it
Where
says.
I come from?
Yeah, exactly. So anyway, was there anything in this story other than okay, that was just it. So we can move on because the whole thing is just a mess and it's going to continue.
Fucking idiot! God damn it.
Yeah, basically. So anyway, but we get the
Sarah
next
Ferguson, the Duchess of York, names reconstructed breast Derek.
Aw, Fergie's got a fakie named Derek.
What?
Derek.
Derek.
Derek
Yeah.
the Falsey.
Derek?
I think it's a reference to The Good Place. Because on that show they've got Derek as like a copy of one of their AIs, but he's like crucially messed up because the AI made the AIs. She said she didn't actually give a reason why she calls it Derek. She says it's better than the other one whose name is Eric.
Oh man, Derek is an improvement over Eric.
Oh.
Yes, it's
Wow.
an extra letter anyway.
Yeah,
Come on.
Derek is just good Eric.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Anyway,
What,
yeah.
what is her other titty named? Does she
Eric.
have the name for? Oh, Eric
The other one's
is the other.
Eric
one.
and Derek.
What
Yeah.
about
Yeah,
the removed
yeah.
one? What about
the
the one?
remove
that-
one. Oh, the one that
Merrick.
disappeared.
Yeah, that's
Oh.
what I'm saying. I thought that one was named Eric.
That was named
Oh.
Sticky.
Merrick.
It was long gone.
Yeah,
Jarek,
Jarek or something. I don't know. Where's the
Merrick.
Cleric.
Yeah, she says.
Ferret.
Yeah, there we go. Here, so, just so you know, I'm not kidding. I mean, also, like you'd think the other part was the joke too, but there you go. She's talking about Eric on the right. He's feeling rather sad because he's not perky.
Oh, Eric and Derek.
Yeah.
She's divorced. Oh yeah, wasn't she married to the pedo? Is that her?
Yeah, she was actually. That's right. I totally forgot because I don't track
Jesus
these guys.
Christ.
Right?
What
Yeah.
A family. What a family.
No, I was
She
supposed
named
to
her
name my
tits-
breasts.
She names the
Yeah.
titties boy names, and then the other ones go to Epstein Island all the time. Oh,
Yeah, exactly. Maybe that was,
ay, ay, ay.
yeah. So yeah. Anyway, I just
Be
pulled
the
that
king,
up.
huh?
I thought that was funny. In fact, I've got an order here to stuff, but I'm going to go in a different direction because this reminds me of somebody saying things out of context. So I'm going to jump to a different article than you guys don't know what order I had this in
I
anyway.
think Eric and Derek are like the Trump kids, where Eric is
Anyway.
really the
Taryn
real
Manning
stupid one.
shares a bizarre video about licking married man's butthole and then claims his wife wants a restraining order.
Oh my God, what is happening right
This is
now?
Pennsatucky, right?
Who's Taryn Manning? Is
She's
that she
Pensa-
related to
Here she
the
is.
That's
Manning brothers?
Orange is the New Black Pennsatucky. Tiffany.
That's right. Yes.
What?
That's her.
What?
She was in Orange and the New Black. I didn't watch it.
Orange
so I-
is the New Black. Pennsatucky.
What is that word you keep saying?
Pennsatucky.
There's Pennsyltucky is like it's that region like right around. Well, it's like the rural area and like that stem of Maryland. I think is what they're talking
It's
about.
her nickname. Her name is Tiffany. She's Orange and is the New Black.
Yeah. Anyway, this is her. She decided. She got real mad the other day and decided there's no point doing the audio because it's basically her talking about licking some guy's butthole.
I mean, come on, we kind of have to.
Well, okay, let's put it on because she did delete it off the internet. So
I don't want to like cause crashes because I'm just so rooted right now. So.
So high or drunk? What do you think?
She's so wasted. She's drunk.
Wasted.
The man that I've been messing with is a married man, and every night, well, for about 3 nights in a row, or even maybe there's a night in between, I was licking his butthole.
3 nights in a row, maybe even a night in between them.
I didn't mind doing it. Does that bother? Is that weird? Yeah. And that's what.
Not if he likes it.
She likes
it and driving around
all the way down to.
Yeah. So anyway, it's just more about that.
She drove to give.
Yeah, she's driving. Yeah, I was gonna say she's live streaming and driving.
Analingus, but she drove. She was just her driving tail.
Yeah, she's totally smashed here. So apparently, I mean, I've had the same problem, not exactly the same
having a former TV person lick your butthole.
No, not yet. I'm still
3 nights of the week.
Still working on it. No, the problem I have where you're like really smashed and you're like, man, I gotta like post something online right now, and I've done that.
Get this off my chest.
Yeah, but this is a weird I've been drunk and I've been like, man, should I post that or not? Even smash, this would not like cross the. It would be like, nah, I definitely like. I know I want to talk about this right now, but. What a terrible idea. And it turned out it was a terrible idea because follow up 2 days later, if I can find it because it's out of order. Here we go. 2 days later, we get this.
Taryn Manning has apologized for her explicit rant about her affair with a married man.
Listen, I'm so sorry I told you about the butthole licking.
That's not meant to be.
I went a little too far, people.
If the man wasn't married, it would be okay.
That's right.
I could rant about driving a good distance to lick a person's beehole.
Yeah, while I was smashed out of my mind.
Smashed, yeah,
absolutely smashed. So the apology was interesting. They did summarize it here. If you wanted the full text of the thing, we already watched it, so we're good. But the apology was great. Basically, where the hell is it? So her apology. Here it goes, right here. This is the apology.
Over the past few days, I've had some time to reflect on the situation I've been dealing with. I was deeply hurt and handled things on a public platform when I should have dealt with them quietly with the support of my close friends and family.
Friends, can you gather around for a minute? I gotta get something off my chest.
I'm deeply hurt.
For the last 4 out of 3 nights, I have been licking a man's butthole.
I'm so hurt that the man's wife is mad at me.
Yeah, that's actually it.
Restraining order against.
Yeah.
Who's the restraining order against?
I had the best intentions.
I don't know actually, because I don't think it was her. Like she mentioned her restraining order was either. I mean, I didn't look it up because like who cares? It's funny anyway. But what I like about this is this apology is like it really denies nothing other than shouldn't have said that out loud.
I should have said this to friends and family.
Yeah, quiet voice.
I want to get a restraining order against her just for watching the video.
Exactly. I feel like I've been insulted. Yeah.
This is the best.
Yeah. So anyway, anyway, lesson learned here, guys. If you want to talk about licking somebody's butthole, 4 of the last 3 nights, don't.
Christine.
Yeah.
Those stories to close friends and family.
Yes, only friends and family.
Oh. Okay, hold on. Be right back. I have a lot of things to delete.
Yeah, hold on, buddy.
All right. Okay, we'll wait.
I'm going to take a nap. Is what's going to happen.
I'm not going to wait.
She's going to take some goddamn nap.
Yeah.
It'll take hours. Okay, here we go. In a different direction now.
No, the Montgomery Brawl was not caused by witches opening portals. Here's a fact check by USA Today, guys.
Yeah, because people thought that them using those Avengers Doctor Strange effects, right? They thought those were actual, that was real.
Yeah, so we're going to run the video here, just a summary for the 1 or 2 people that probably didn't see this because I think we all did. There was a riverboat cruise that was tied up on the river trying to dock at their own dock, and these redneck guys had parked their pontoon boat there and decided that instead of finishing the argument, they decided to just start assaulting the guy who was getting him to move. And then literally everybody standing around jumped in to the fight.
including people on the boat that was waiting to dock there. People jumped off the boat and swam ashore.
Exactly. In fact, I want to show. I got that video because somebody pointed it out. It's actually kind of the best part of the video. Here we go. So they're talking about right here. What happens is that this is how it starts, and then I'm trying to think when this comes in actually. Yeah, he throws his hat, which is pretty good because it's like it's on, man.
That's
like,
the fat hat signal.
People coming down the ramps. You can see people running down the ramps.
Yeah, like literally everybody's in. It's only white people up till right now. Look how burned these guys are too. I think they're drunk. I don't know.
Yeah,
also, like if you're the seventh guy into the fight, you're just like you're just
a dick.
If you're not the first guy in, don't even bother, man. It's like, and there's one dude. You don't need to have 7 people.
Here comes one dude. Here comes
four. Everybody else is like, man, we
better Aquaman. Here he comes, baby.
There he is.
He jumped off that boat, and he's coming.
Yeah, there he is. That guy, this 17-year-old kid who's like, I can't take it anymore. Gets over there, like, gets up and starts throwing punches.
Yep. Jumps right out of that water like Aquaman.
He does. The other guy, like, is eventually some guy starts picking up. Some guy starts picking up a chair here. We don't need to hear the sound here.
Hey,
it's just
a lady on the head with it.
Yeah, it was really great because, like, for the first 2 shots, it was like, okay, self-defense. Shot number 3, though, it was like, oh man, she was just sitting there. Now, granted, you know, she got in the fight early.
Knocked down. He immediately got arrested.
Yeah, I was just like, man, I was like, oh, that was so good right until that point. So anyway, so going back to the previous article, USA Today would like to let us know that the reason this happened was not caused by witches opening portals to the nether realms.
Well, because people immediately that video became huge of like comedy across, especially like Black Twitter. Black Twitter like jumped all over that thing immediately. And then somebody made a video of people arriving to the fight through those portals used in Avengers.
They did? Oh,
yeah.
man.
So it looks like they're coming through Doctor Strange portals.
Yeah,
and I'm sure people thought that shit was real.
Oh, man.
Bam.
I think they were playing the Avengers song or something, but
yeah they were.
That was brilliant.
Oh, man. I missed that.
So a meme was real.
Well, so actually what happened was apparently according to USA Today, who debunked one of the stupidest things, they always do go for the dumb stuff. However, there was a gem of truth to it. Apparently 2 hours before there were people there, but they were trying to promote peace and harmony. And remember that that particular dock used to be like the major slave dock for the entire southern United States back before the Civil War. And that's kind of a bad thing. And so they were doing a remembrance where they're throwing petals out there, but they weren't opening portals to hell or wherever. So I don't know how you could make that jump.
So they say.
Yeah. So we have their word.
We don't know, do we?
No, we don't.
Slave ships.
Where's the proof?
From?
Yeah, USA Today says that it's false, though, so I'm going to go with it since they only debunked the truly important stuff.
Who owns the USA Today these days?
Gannett, I think, still, or I don't actually know. That's a good question. So I saw a couple things. A couple things that were related to it. This was pretty good. Somebody just set it to music.
I feel like this song doesn't need any more plays. You can mute it.
Yeah, that's the racist national
redneck. Yeah.
Oh, is that the guy that was standing in front of the hanging courthouse or whatever?
Oh, yeah, they could try this in a small town to this fight.
And nothing but Black Lives Matter protesters getting beat up by cops, and it's like, well, what's the message here exactly? So anyway, try that in a small town.
The South.
Yeah, it's a good time. What are you going to do? Then we got this, though, and I love this. So what I love about this is a bunch of guys, like rather quickly after it happened, recreated it in their backyard.
I love this.
This is so good.
It was like minutes after the fight that this surfaced.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like it immediately.
It was immediate.
Like that within an hour, that Avengers thing existed within an hour.
Yeah. See, they got the swimming guy.
Scuba Gooding Jr.
Yeah, that's great.
What I love about this is, like, not only how fast it came together, but like I always like to think, like, what happened like right before this? They're sitting around, I'm assuming drinking, and they're like, "Oh man, you know what we got to do?
We got enough people. Let's do that fight.
Get a camera.
It's amazing.
All hanging out by the pool. That they were like, "Hey guys, we're all out here. Let's do that."
Yeah,
That's nice.
I love it. It's pretty good too. It looks like one take. I mean, that's impressive.
I need friends like that.
Yeah, and all the white dudes are sunburned.
Choreography, like everybody had to know their parts, where they were coming from. Like the camera is only so big. Like it's really, really well done, especially for how fast it happened.
This deserves
Yeah.
what, an Oscar, an Academy Award?
should-
What
yeah,
do
at
they
least.
award these
Two
things?
Oscars.
A Mimi? A Mimi.
Yeah,
We give it a 10.
yeah,
You're at the Mimi Awards.
It's amazing.
yeah.
And
so
the fact
anyways,
that, like you
Give it
said,
a
it
party.
happened like within the first hour.
yeah, and they're like, "Oh,
After
we'll just
the-
throw this together." Boom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the way to get in legit. We should have the Farkies.
Yeah, we should.
Or
Have.
Yeah.
you have the Farkies, and then suddenly people are going to take it seriously because there's a dumb award.
Yeah, it seems like that's how it works, doesn't it?
That's all you got to do. And they
That
get
is.
like a bowling trophy or some shit.
Yeah, that's it. Oh, I got a bowling trophy. I can probably repurpose.
I'm sure there's a trophy store near you that'll make one.
Oh yeah. Maybe like 20.
And San Francisco's North Beach streets are clogged as a long line of cruise robo-taxis come to a standstill.
Yeah.
What?
Here we go.
So
Yeah.
There's already robot taxis on the roads?
yeah, so this is actually a setup for
Yeah.
the next article, but apparently sometime in the last couple weeks, and I'm going to remember this wrong, San Francisco approved an expansion of taxi fleets, driverless taxi fleets for two companies, Cruise and Waymo. Waymo's Google, Cruise is it Chevy?
So I actually I rode a Waymo when I went to Phoenix. I was in a Waymo, a couple of them
Is
actually.
it terrifying?
It was amazing. No, because I put my life in the hands of random, strange drivers every time I travel. So I would rather ride in the comfort of a robot and have other people's lives endangered versus mine.
At least you're in the tank.
Like,
the
I'm
robot didn't
car.
say, "Hey, you want to go to my house and drink a beer?"
Like, I'm just a passenger in a weapon.
Exactly. But no, the Waymo actually has a really good success rate, but the Cruise and the other one, I forget what the other one is awful. Oh, Tesla, the Tesla ones.
Oh yeah, no, those are really bad. Like
Those are really bad.
Of course.
didn't pull any, but the videos of Tesla autopilot screwing up, like there's thousands of them.
I have the Waymo video on my TikTok, actually. It's just
Oh, very nice.
at Christine Clotter. If you just go to my TikTok, I've got the Waymo on my TikTok.
Wait till
TikTok.
they put one of those things in a Cybertruck. Oh boy.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
amazing. I was really impressed with it. But I would not get into Cruise because I've looked at the Cruise statistics and they are horrible.
Not great.
No.
Yeah, they so what they've done is apparently they had a little backup where a bunch of them tried to show up at the same place, and they have weird braking issues sometimes, and basically a whole bunch of them showed up and they stopped and they caused a traffic jam. But that's not why I pulled that article. I pulled this article for this follow-up because you have to understand the context. So here's also what's going on.
And people are already having sex in San Francisco's robo-taxis.
Of course they are.
Of
Hey,
course.
there's no driver. Let's fuck.
Yeah, so
But here's
this is
the thing that, at least as far as Waymo goes, I don't know about the other ones, but the Waymos, they have cameras on the
there's
inside.
cameras.
They
I'm
both do.
sure there are cameras.
So I'm
Yeah.
sure there's cameras on the Cruise, so...
So what happened was that the intrepid reporters at Jalopnik decided to hit the streets the same weekend that they launched the new expansion of robo-taxis to find out if anybody had sex in them, and they found that a lot of people had sex in them. Many people earlier that night had sex in them.
That's San Francisco, man.
In San Francisco, that's kind of what they do. I mean,
Not
they're kind of-
everybody fucks.
yeah, basically. They what was interesting about it was that they were all Cruise passengers. No Waymo passengers admitted to having sex in a Waymo.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Why?
It's hard to get aroused when you're in fear for your life. I don't know that.
Yeah, maybe Cruise is notoriously gets lost, and so the rides are longer.
Yeah, in fact, one of the guys that they picked up said he'd done it multiple times. I don't think he was implying that, Dave, but I mean, who knows? And he said that one of the advantages of being in a robo-taxi is that when you get going real good, you can fog the windows up, which would be a problem if you're actually driving. But since the car is driving itself, it doesn't matter.
Dang, that guy must be going.
That's an awfully specific example he gave, I think.
What happens? How does a cop pull one of these things over?
They are supposedly programmed to react to it, but I don't think even the
Open
cops know
door
what
and
to
dump
do.
them out.
Yeah, here we go. Yeah, this is the guy here. He claims
Seems
he
like I'm a
performed
trailblazer.
at least 6 separate acts in robo-taxis, including 3 rides that involve full-on sex, no boundaries activities.
No boundaries?
It's what he said. I don't know what that means.
So he said he
I don't
called
know what
the
that means either.
windows.
What
That
are,
means-
name some boundaries.
That's 4 out of 3 nights of butt licking. That's what that's
It's definitely that. That's definitely in there.
fucking A, man.
Yeah.
So-
So yeah.
You
They had
order
no
one of
problem.
these things, and you're all fresh, ready to go out, and you open the door and get in, and it's moist and
Yeah.
damp inside.
Windows are all fogged up. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I got in my cruise robo taxi and there was jizz all over the back.
Yeah.
Womp womp. Yeah. That happens. But yeah, so they don't know why. They did call Cruise and they found out, Cruise says we do have cameras in there. We have teams of people watching it, which is probably just going to encourage
which is
more,
probably just going to end up on Pornhub as the number one searched.
I wonder if it's there
I
already.
would watch it.
I don't know.
Drew, why don't you see Pornhub right now live and see if it's on there?
Yeah. No, I'm good. I don't want to screw
We
myself.
should do this show on Pornhub.
Yeah, we should. We should actually. Yeah, I think
OnlyFans. I'm telling you right now.
OnlyFans. Definitely.
OnlyFans.
Yeah.
Bring comedy to OnlyFans.
All right, cool. Oh, let's see here. What is next here? So anyway, moving on. Oh, this was fun. Yeah, okay.
Imagine there's no singers. Music bosses panic over new AI-generated John Lennon song released 40 years after the Beatles star's death.
Oh, this happened a while ago. Paul McCartney was up on that shit.
Right. So here's what happened. So Paul McCartney did announce that he was going to lift tracks of John Lennon because he's got a lot of them lying around and get an AI going in order to make a new song. Well, what happened was in the meantime, he hasn't released that song, but some other guy who's good at this said, wonder if I could do that. So somebody who is not Paul McCartney went ahead and generated a song on their own. And I think I got it. Yeah, here we go. So this is it. It also has a video. It's only a minute long, so we'll watch it. It's a little creepy. Here we go.
Isn't it obvious? Isn't it clear? Every time you needed someone, was it not here? Either you're stupid or you don't even care. But I've been holding on to feelings I gotta share.
He also pulled Paul's backing.
Oh, do I really have to spell it out? Everybody knows it.
That was
Crazy over you.
Pretty good, huh?
Julian Lennon
Yeah.
or Sean Lennon, but
Yeah.
I wouldn't buy that.
Or Derek Lennon. That's really good.
authentically John Lennon. Yeah, what was that? If that's Eric and Derek Lennon.
Eric and Derek Lennon. It's Fergie's just doing this.
The Lennon brothers.
I'd watch that.
Fergie singing titties.
Yeah, so I did this on a radio show on Tuesday, and they're like, "Oh, have you seen the other ones?" And I'm like, "What do you mean?" And so apparently there's 1,000 of them. Here's just a couple. Here's Elvis doing "Baby Got Back," which I kind of like. Whoop, if I could find the
there
damn
goes.
button here. Where's the volume? There it is. Find it.
On our date, plots and I cannot lie. You are the brothers I can't deny.
Pretty good.
That when a girl walks in with an itty bitty waist stand around teeny in your face, you get sprung.
Again, it sounds pretty good, but it sounds like an Elvis impersonator. Like I
Yeah,
would
it does
never
a little
believe that was Elvis.
Yeah, it does a little bit. The other one I like. So this was the closest one I found it being close. It's Johnny Cash doing Barbie Girl.
I'm a Barbie girl in a Barbie world. Life in plastic, it's fantastic. You can brush my hair, undress me everywhere.
That is good.
Oh, yeah, it's all right too.
I wonder if Rick Rubin did.
Yeah, we got Joe Biden singing "Hurt." Oh, that's a long one. Let's just get to the middle of it.
What have I become?
Well,
My sweetest friend.
Oh man.
Everyone I-
anyway,
There's like the Rick Rubin albums of Johnny Cash, which are hilarious old man versions.
I'm just amazed he did. Like, look, it's the whole song. It's 3:38. I mean, I'm not listening to all this.
That's great.
Sounded like Willie Nelson.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah. So anyway,
That's why we're on strike, man.
Yeah, it is actually. I can kind of see because like that sucks. But how many more years before it sounds like
three? Before it sounds exact like everybody. This is just people dicking around on the
I
internet.
don't even think it'll be 3. I think it'll be this time next year.
In 3 years, I think they will be able to
Months.
absolutely
Months.
distinguishable.
I think 10 years. I don't know. I'm still mad about it.
no, that's when fusion is coming.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's when fucking Elon's brain chips finally happen.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, 10 years for fusion. I think those will be out next year. Yeah, I couldn't really lie these articles up because they're really all over the place.
Supermarket is closed over fears that male shoppers could suffer permanent erections. A spider whose bite can cause bizarre reaction in men sparks an evacuation.
Is that what's going on with me?
Have you been bitten by a Brazilian wandering spider?
I got hit by a radioactive boner spider.
I was about to say, this is
a wandering
like a
boner
plot
spider.
to a spider porn.
Yeah, apparently, so in Austria they've been closing supermarkets.
Daddy long boners.
Daddy long boners. Yeah, there you go. That's what it is. That's what they ought to call it.
Oh man,
I like write that one down.
Long boners. No, I'm gonna have long boners.
Daddy long boners. Yeah. So somebody found one of these things. Normally you find black widows in the bananas, but they found the Brazilian wandering spider. And it's got very, very painful venom, but apparently when it bites some men, they get permanent erections.
And what's wrong with that?
The size of a banana.
I suppose it
look.
eventually hurts. Look at Christine up there.
Yeah, yeah. Permanent's a long time.
What's your OnlyFans handle, Christine?
Daddy long boners.
You should do it, Daddy long boners.
Yeah, there you go. There it is. That's what it looks
like. That's sexy.
Yeah.
If you ever see a spider that looks like this, run away. If you want to have a
run away or run to.
Or
Daddy long boner.
Either away or
pocket.
Christine, you should start breeding them.
Oh.
You could find a market.
I could, and then I'd have like a whole harem of men.
That's the type of thing you types do.
Just rotate the men out. I love it.
Oh, so this is good because I got an interesting segue that's sort of related to this, but not exactly. This is science, everybody.
Miracle plant used in ancient Greece is rediscovered after 2,000 years.
Yeah.
Oh,
look at it. It's a miracle.
Is it the sap or something that does something great?
So I'd never heard of this before. It's called silphium, which that kind of makes sense now based on the other words that use the word self in them. But yeah, apparently this plant. So we don't actually. Well, we don't have a sample of this because they used the last one. They were for over 2,000 years ago. They gave it to one of the emperors. It's the last recorded known usage.
Why would you give the last one to some douche?
Yeah, I know. Seriously, apparently it was as valuable as silver back in the day, which sounds like
you don't get beheaded.
Yeah, they can't cultivate it, is what my guess is.
This is a real picture because this looks like a scene from our Flag Means Death.
Yeah, I don't know actually.
It's a miracle plant, and it's only worth its weight in silver.
Yeah,
it can't be that big of a miracle.
They thought it was extinct for about 2,000 years, and somebody wandering through Turkey just happened to kind of recognize it, and they got it tested, and it looks like it might be actually that there was a lost pocket of this stuff, and now it's just growing wild. Now, they don't actually know, like it was supposed to give you, cured all kinds of stuff.
4-hour boners?
And 4-hour boners, yeah. Not permanent boners, just 4-hour ones. It might cure some stuff, but we don't know what it cures because we've never found any before. But now they got some.
Oh, man, we don't know.
No, but they think it gives you boners.
Miracle tree.
Yeah. So they would think maybe it cures cancer too, but we'll find out. I mean, they're going to try like hell. They're going to try like hell to make sure.
You all know that shark witches cure cancer.
Yes, that's right. They do. We learned that a couple of weeks ago.
Yep.
So yeah, I thought that was a decent segue right there. Now back to something that doesn't match up at all. Here we go.
No boners.
Saw Patrol. Will this horrifying double bill be as big as Barbenheimer?
Oh, right, that Paw Patrol
Saw and Paw Patrol
movie. That's pretty hilarious. Is that coming out? Those are coming out on the same day.
Same day, yes, they are. And so
that could ride it. That could be a one.
It might. Yeah, the Guardian just sort of was thinking out loud here, and they were looking like, well, what? Like, since the Barbie and Oppenheimer cross-pollination, which I think was fairly organic because who would have done that on purpose?
Completely organic.
I mean, you would never be like, oh, this will fly. But it did. So the Guardian went ahead and looked into the upcoming film releases to find out if there were any other candidates that might qualify, and they pulled Saw Patrol out on the same day in September.
That's great. I am 100% behind the Saw Patrol, even more than Barbenheimer. I haven't seen Oppenheimer yet, but I hear it's amazing.
I've heard good things. This photo right here is just perfect. I mean, you got
it. That's one worth doing.
Yeah.
It's the same face.
Both movies, you're going to be out of there in 3 hours.
Yeah, that's right. Exactly.
Which one do you see first, though?
I think
you see Saw first, and then wash it out with that dumb kiddie movie.
Oh, I was going to go the opposite way.
Well, that works.
Watch the kid movie and then wash with the eye bleach with Saw X.
Yeah, you could.
Yeah. You can take your 5-year-old to both, Dill, right?
Absolutely.
That's the thing. You have to buy that amount of tickets for both.
Yeah.
You can't swap people in and out.
Yeah, I got to take her to a horror movie sometimes, but it will be that. So
Might as well be that.
Saw Patrol is also a really great.
It really is. I'd watch it. I hope somebody makes one actually with alien stuff because like
actually, Paw Patrol in the Saw universe.
Yeah.
Like those little puppies have to save the victims of that puppet.
Why is everybody dead?
The Toronto Circus Riot of 1855, the day the clowns picked the wrong Toronto brothel.
Nothing but the latest news stories here on Fire.
Oh, yeah.
Here, look, it even says October 2nd, 2012,
yeah.
Drew.
Hey, we have a vintage tag for a reason.
Time was clowns in 1855 when they were
1855,
really
13-year-old news article. Let's do this.
Oh, yeah. So we have a vintage tag on Fart for this reason because I saw this and I'm like, what the hell am I reading? So I read it just in case because sometimes these suck. This one didn't. Basically what happened was that apparently in 1855, the circus came to town in Toronto. And what happened was that all the clowns decided to go to the brothel afterwards because I guess that's just what you do, right?
Why would you not? You're traveling on a goddamn train all day long. You're in the biggest city in Canada. Let's go fuck some hookers. I'm tired of getting pied in the face.
So it turns out the clowns
pie a girl in the face.
They picked a brothel that was a local firefighters hangout, and the article takes great pains to explain that back in 1855, firefighter groups weren't organized. Apparently, they were all volunteer.
And 100% there were gangs, actually.
They used to compete and fight each other, apparently, if they all showed up.
Yeah. Yeah, they were the worst.
Yeah, so and apparently that was when they weren't beating up Catholics. On their days off, they would fight each other. At any rate, apparently earlier that day, they had beaten the crap out of another firefighting crew and were hanging out in their what they considered to be their local brothel, and all the clowns showed up.
How dare!
History doesn't record what specific conversation set off the brawl that ensued, but the clowns won. They kicked the firefighters' ass.
Christine, right in the big book, we got to make this movie.
This would be a good movie.
This tickles all of my fantasies.
Keep talking.
That was when a clown would kick ass and have sex.
Yeah, we could do a Gangs of New York style because that's what I picture is them all getting out in the square. Clowns.
Toronto.
Yeah, Toronto.
All the kind Toronto people are just apologizing as they shutter their windows. I'm sorry, I can't look. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So
I just don't want my stuff ruined. I'm sorry.
So they kicked the firefighters' ass, and apparently the firefighters weren't going to take this lying down, so they called all their buddies. And the next day when the circus was getting ready to go, everybody showed up, and another melee ensued that involved the mayor of Toronto, who also showed up and said he didn't see a damn thing afterwards, and nobody was convicted.
Was he throwing hands?
It doesn't say. It said he did throw hands sometimes, but
maybe he threw the rose.
I think the clown went to the mayor. The mayor threw his hat in the air.
There you go.
Yes.
And then the deputy mayor came swimming across the bay there.
That's it.
I feel like that's what happened.
That's exactly what happened. Yes, exactly. So anyway, I just this was somebody sent this in. I was like, I don't care how old it is. That's funny. I'm laughing at it. So there you go. Clowns at a brothel, everybody. Yeah, we should make this movie.
I'm going to Canada, but I'm not going to Toronto, so I think I'm going on the wrong side of Canada. That's a shame.
Yeah. Clown versus fireman battle. Toronto.
That's a shame.
Oops. Get out of here. There we go.
The reason we may never find aliens has finally been revealed.
Because we're dumb apes.
Because we're
I've been wondering.
Have you been wondering? Yes. Well, I think people do wonder why. Can you guys guess why?
Because we're dumb.
Well, that maybe.
We don't know. We don't know nothing. We think we know so much. We don't know nothing.
Something butthole licking.
Yeah.
Good guess.
4 out of 3 nights of butthole licking have blinded us.
Dill, you got any guesses? What do you think?
I think it's the butthole licking for sure.
Yeah. Okay. No.
We haven't looked in the right places.
Yeah. Like, but the butthole apparently. No. This is interesting. I had not thought of this. They said that so now we know that there are thousands of exoplanets, and we know roughly what the atmospheres are made of. And of all the ones that have Earth-like atmospheres, there's an interesting problem. Apparently, if your atmosphere isn't close to 18% oxygen, you can't light fires.
And
kind of screws up technology.
So what?
Does technology
those other planets 18% oxygen?
Some of them aren't, and said about 20% of the ones
aren't. But there's trillions that are.
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, that's right. definitely true. But yeah, they said that on those planets they can't start fires. If you can't start fire, you can't really have an industrial revolution or heat.
Okay.
Or cooking. So
That's a lot of mental gymnastics. I
Yeah.
prefer
is.
buttholes
Also-
and licking.
Buttholes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
could be
also,
We didn't
yeah,
start
Sorry.
the
that
fire.
couldn't be a more of a boring answer.
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah,
go
please.
back to the buttholes.
All right, so let's see what I got here. I might have something.
Okay.
Oxygen.
Oh, this was the lead-in. This was the lead-in for this article.
Flying aliens harassing a village in Peru are actually illegal miners with jetpacks, cops say.
Of course.
Neither of these
Not-
excuses are believable.
Not miners as in like young
Right.
people, but
No,
miners as
miners
in
with-
those
far
that have
as
canaries.
No, we don't know how old Peruvian miners are.
Yeah, so here's not a photo of the jetpack miners because they're jetpack miners.
Jetpack
Oh.
miners. That's a great team name.
It really is, actually. I like this story a lot. I can't I do the trivia name for our team on every Wednesday, and man, this is the one I wanted to go with, but nobody heard this article, unfortunately, because I'm like, this is weird.
Well,
God damn it! What?
So here's what happened is that there was an indigenous tribe that called the local cops because they said that aliens were showing up taking all the women. Like, no joke, that's actually what they said.
Now hold on. There's an indigenous tribe that called the cops.
Yep.
What did
What's
they pick up? What did they pick up? A beehive off of a tree?
Maybe they got phones. I don't know.
All the cops in a tribe.
They all got cell phones now. It's
Do
fine.
they call the tribal cops?
Yeah,
They called him
maybe.
with an elephant tusk carved into a horn.
Good.
Exactly, just like the Ewoks. Yeah.
Dude rode up on a giant guinea pig.
Yeah, exactly. They use
The
them as
strangest thing there is the aliens with jetpacks.
I
Okay.
don't know. They're so big and they train them over there. I don't know.
So what happened is that they called the cops saying that they thought it was aliens. They had some photos too. I'll show you some. Here's some photos. I don't know why. Why do people not have cameras that take?
What is
yeah.
that? Local
Why are they always
tribe?
potato cameras?
I don't know, man. Here it is. It's a photo
They have
of.
any cameras.
Yeah.
They took that with a beehive.
Is it a beam or is it
light in
just
there?
tree branches? You decide.
Well, supposedly it's aliens, but apparently it's miners wearing jetpacks. It's not obviously right.
Right.
But
Yeah.
but then where did the miners get the jetpacks and how? Are
Well,
sitting
they didn't
around
say. I'm
with
gonna.
Canaries.
What jetpacks?
Yeah.
What these guys do? Is this the jetpack?
Are these guys? They look like miners. Are they like? Yeah, we got jetpacks. What is this?
Oh yeah,
I don't know how old they are.
we're a jetpack gang.
Yeah, exactly.
No
Okay.
eran extraterrestres.
And they're
Well,
mining.
extraterrestrials.
They're mining the women. Is that what I understood? They're taking
Yeah,
the
they
women.
kidnapped a 15-year-old girl on the July 29th, and they were like, "Man, we got to call the cops now."
Now that's a minor.
They work at the lady mine because they got a circus coming into town
Yeah.
and they need some fresh whores.
That's right. The brothel closed, and we already beat up the
Mines.
firefighters.
They're
Find
minor
some
miners.
ladies.
That 15-year-old right there.
Lady miners.
Yeah, but I read this article, but I don't remember how they. Well, I don't think they proved that it was miners with jetpacks, but they swear to God that's what it is.
Period.
It's
Yeah.
the dumbest excuse ever. And did
really
people
is.
believe it?
Maybe
it
the
was
women just
aliens.
want nothing to do with you. Have you ever thought like men will jump
Yeah.
through hoops to decide that it can't be that I'm ugly. No.
Yeah. It's not that I'm ugly. It's aliens or it's miners with jetpacks.
Miners.
Yeah, there you go. It's got to be because it can't be that she's
Yeah.
not ugly.
Exactly. You
Speaking of
men.
which, interesting segue. I was laughing about this with a friend of mine, and it turns out we cracked the code. He knows the people. You remember when they had those incidents of somebody like flying a jetpack over too close to LAX and they're in the landing strip zone?
Yeah.
Remember that?
What?
Yeah.
When
He
was
knows
that?
who did it. I'm like, oh, really? But
Like in the 80s, right?
no, like a couple years ago they were doing it.
That's what I meant. What did I say?
That was a couple years ago to Dill.
It's only 1989 here in Indiana. Well, I don't know what.
Yeah,
you
that's true. I seen the
that is-
documentary on Netflix, Stranger
That
Things.
is in Hamtramck, Michigan, too. It's crazy.
Oh, that's awesome. But anyway, mystery solve, everybody. It's not aliens, it's miners with jetpacks.
Yeah, it's an even more outrageous story. This just in. Peruvian miners with an ER have jetpacks.
Yes.
Guys, she's just not that into you.
Yeah, or they just
Maybe they're mining. Maybe they're mining the happiness out of clouds.
I hope so. They can reach them with those jetpacks anyway. All right.
Speedrunner completes Baldur's Gate 3 in only 10 minutes.
Yes.
Baldur?
While
What's
he
the
was running,
What is that?
So it's a new game that launched. It's a Dungeons and Dragons game. There was a Baldur's Gate 1 and 2 that came out 20 damn years ago, and then they got around to releasing 3 last month, which I can't play because they didn't put out a Mac version, those bastards. Anyway, apparently it's the most complicated RPG ever produced. Not only can you can literally pick any kind of character and temperament, and you can do literally anything you want, and the game will allow you to do it. So it gets super complicated. Now I pulled this speedrun thing up because my kids are super into speed running, and so what was funny was this isn't the actual article.
Is that running on speed? Your kid should not be doing drugs.
Yeah, no, they really don't need to. They're doing good. But so this is not the article. This is just a setup to say that there are people who speed run Baldur's 3. The article that made it on FARC was this one.
Baldur's Gate 3 speedrunners compete to see who can have sex the fastest.
Of course they do. Is it like a bear?
Yeah, that's it. So yeah, so this is an actual photo. We'll get that in a second. It turns out in the game you can also seduce the other characters and hook up and have sex. Now I don't know because there's no Mac version, but apparently this is a thing you can do in the game. Like, okay,
I don't think they're watching. I don't think the Baldur's Gate people are watching.
Can I play this on my Steam Deck? I might have to download this thing.
Maybe, yeah. So
now you're interested.
You can put a Steam Deck on another character if you know what I'm saying.
That's right. That's the
I know what you're saying.
That's exactly right. So they got so yeah, it turns out they can do that in less than 10 minutes. They got a deal. It's the same character that screws up the speed or anything and finishes the game. Apparently there's some kind of thing where you can cheat and all of a sudden you wake up in bed with some other character. But at any rate, the best part about this though is that an article we already had on FARC, taking this to the obvious section and also explaining why there's that photo, is this.
Baldur's Gate 3 has a gay bear sex scene, and people are loving it.
Yes.
Oh, except for Christine, who is bored.
Bored.
Don't worry, Christine. I bet you can lick
been there, done that.
She's like, if I had a nickel for every time a guy
bear
speed ran through sex with me.
Friday night, everybody. Friday night.
Friday night at Christine's house.
So when I said that you could do literally anything in this game, I'm not kidding. You can seduce most of the characters, and one of them, if you seduce, is a druid who turns into a bear before you start going at it. That's the photo.
You want the man wiener or the bear wiener?
This is like a bad Twilight knockoff because that's like Edward on the left there, and then they can't use a wolf because that's like.
And that looks like the live-action Yogi Bear.
Yeah,
played by Dan Aykroyd.
Hey, boo boo.
Yeah,
that butthole.
Dan Aykroyd and Justin Timberlake.
Justin Timberlake,
yeah. Yogi and Boo Boo in that movie.
Yeah. So anyway, at some point there's a Mac version coming to this. I don't know if I'm going to try this out or not.
The Yogi Bear movie? I can't wait.
Yeah, it's good.
After they have sex, they can enjoy a delicious picnic basket.
Yeah.
Let me open up your picnic basket.
Yeah, if you know what I mean. And
Geraldo or whatever that elf's
Timberlake
name is.
Thousands have lost power in a New Jersey town after an unexpected animal fell on a transformer.
Ooh, should we guess what it is?
Yeah,
it's literally there in the first sentence.
I didn't look. Is it a goat?
Okay, what do you think it is without looking?
Is it a goat?
No.
My first guess would be whale, but I've already.
I said bear.
Close. It's the bear they're having sex with.
You discuss it. I have to go get the groceries.
All right, sounds good. Go for it. So it was a fish.
Just a fish or regular old fish?
Yeah. So the cops say that they actually had it on video. They named the fish Gilligan. They don't say why.
He's always fucking up, that guy.
Yeah, I tell you what. So I said that I knocked out the transformer. I said it looked like an osprey was carrying a fish and dropped it. They said like a 5-year-old with an ice cream cone at the county fair. They've released a sketch.
Suspect sketch.
Photo of the crime scene.
Oh, man.
That's good.
Yeah, that is good.
Yeah.
That is very good.
Yeah.
Did we do that story of that lady in Texas that had a snake dropped on her by a hawk and then the hawk fell down and attacked her?
It happens, I guess. I don't know.
It's good times. Yeah, again, now the birds, now the predators in the sky are rebelling by dropping shit.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, they heard about the killer whales.
They're figuring out how to fuck with us from above.
Yeah.
Like,
so did you know you can take out a... Yeah, let's do it. And it's just fish. We got lots of those. Let's do it.
Yeah, we got tons of these. We can drop it on the power, and then they can't do anything. We can eat their eyeballs at night.
We got it. Yep. Yeah. So I think we're all boned.
We're gonna get our eyeballs at night, you guys.
And we're butthole.
Yay!
Hey, can't wait. All right, and finally, this actually cracked me the hell up. This is basically what happens And I don't have a dog to try this with, but it might be fun. Is that what happens when your dog, you run 2 different directions and see which one of you the dog follows? And one of the tests.
Oh man!
So here we go. Okay, ready?
Oh man!
Set and go. All right, which one?
I've seen this. I'm gonna do what my dog did.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Oh fuck! Oh, I'm so sad for that dog. He's trying to spool them back in.
Yeah, yes, you're right. He's over the, but there's a leash. Actually, I wonder if that's what he's doing. Because like if dogs on leashes, they love to try to kill you all the time with those things.
Oh, sweet.
We did this with our dog, and ours just flipped upside down.
It left.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Got in the car.
Cockroach.
You just drove off.
Yeah, they both got separate cars.
3 hours later.
Yeah, that's how it goes. So anyway, that is all the stuff that happened in the last 2.5 weeks and change, basically.
That's it.
That's not all the stuff.
All that happened.
But that's all
it.
the
No,
stuff.
nothing else. No, that was it.
Nope, nothing else happened.
Buck bailed on the fight, and then Buck said Elon's not serious about the fight.
Oh yeah,
obvious everybody, and then Elon got on there like Zuck was the one who was quitting and being a power.
And then people want to take away Sandra Bullock's Oscar or something.
Yeah. Sandra Bullock is in trouble because
even though she had nothing to do with it.
Because that man is now suing that couple some 30 years later or whatever.
It was a pretty bizarre story. The background on that is that there was a guy a black kid that got adopted by a white couple, and he made the NFL, and they made a heartwarming story about it in Hollywood that eventually won an Oscar for Sandra Bullock. And he filed suit this week saying that it was all a scam. They were just taking his money. Figures.
Yeah, so now they want to take away Sandra Bullock's Oscar for playing,
which doesn't make any sense because
that has nothing to do with her. Yeah. She was just an actress doing her job.
Was her acting good or not? That's all that is, right? Like,
and she's America's sweetheart. Leave her alone. And Britney is getting divorced.
Who? Oh, that's right. But
Britney and that man who is obviously pulling some sort of scam are finally
because he's trying to renegotiate the prenuptial.
Is that what he's
doing?
doing?
Who does that? That's the whole point of a prenup. Is it not?
Right.
He's going, you know what? I'm about to bail on this, and my cut isn't good enough.
Yeah, I need more money.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So there's
I can't take this crazy lady anymore.
Yeah.
And I'm banging some 19-year-old in the valley.
Oh, probably.
I can't.
Exactly.
I got to get away from Britney.
Yeah. But other than that, nothing else happened.
Did you say there's no news next week for us?
Well, so next week I am out of town, so I'm
out of town. That doesn't ever fucking stop me.
Yeah.
We all know, Christine, that Drew does not like handing over the keys to this show.
I'll totally do it.
Yeah, that's what he says every single time. Oh no, I'll do it.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah.
So he says, "I'll be out of town."
Just hit me up
tomorrow.
Just hit me up. I'll send it over.
Where are you going, Christine?
I already answered that at the beginning of this.
Oh,
right.
Maryland
and
DC.
No, Maryland and DC.
Maryland and DC to pick it. More blood for Biden.
Yeah. More blood for Biden. Yeah.
And then I have like 3 trips in October. Yeah. I don't know. But anyway, point being that I am here for these shenanigans. Even when I'm out of town and whether I'm in town, when I have groceries delivered, I had meat on my front porch. I had to go get the meat.
When I started this show, she called it in from work every time.
Yeah, that's right.
This is also true.
Common office
dudes yelling around her.
Yeah, eating chicken underneath the table.
Yeah. I'm still at work. It's just I work from my house now.
Yeah. OnlyFans. What was that?
I'm going to broadcast from wherever I'm at in the moment. So right today, here at Strange
That's why I never show you guys my feet because people pay for that.
Yeah, you got to pay.
I don't see that.
Don't show toe for free.
Yeah. I think that's in the Bible. Jesus said that.
Yeah, he did. Yeah. So like one of the last things he said. Hey.
On the way out. By the way. Don't show it's over for you.
Mary, hey mom.
That was the 11th commandment, actually.
Mom, don't tell anybody. You
couldn't fit on the tablet.
It's on the one that got dropped by Mel Brooks.
Yeah.
Couldn't
fit.
15.
Don't show toe for free. That was Moses.
Actually, I'll take you out with one too. I didn't pull this, but this actually cracked me up because it's literally just like one straight up joke. But there's a guy who's a churchy dude who's involved with the Southern Baptist somehow, pretty high up there, wrote an article about how America is losing its faith. But unlike most of them, which is a lot of crying, he has some specific problems with how America is losing his faith. And he said that the impetus to write the book was, and this is more or less a direct quote, he said the number of pastors that came up to him and said that when they gave sermons like Jesus said, turn the other cheek, which is in the Sermon on the Mount, the parishioners after church would come up and say, why is that woke?
Where are you getting that liberal? Where are you getting them liberal talking points?
Yeah, why are you
One
like
of the
Gotta
things.
try that in a small town.
Yep. And
And,
they said, I'm literally quoting Jesus Christ. And they were like, well, that doesn't play today.
Yeah,
That's
it's not tough
woke.
enough. Yeah,
We're not
tough enough.
talking
Yeah.
about woke Jesus
Nope.
today.
They want
Well,
Trump.
I want the racist one. The racist Jesus.
Bring
Trump
him
over
back.
Jesus.
White Jesus.
Trump over Jesus.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Trump over Jesus. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So anyway,
Indeed.
that's what they're.
Good job, America.
Yeah, good job, America.
Yay,
keep it
America.
rolling.
We're number
Really?
one.
Did it.
America.
And seriously,
Number
Christy, where
one.
can we see those shows and how much?
Oh,
Okay, we'll see you guys in 2 weeks.
we will, and I'll be looking at this article because that sounds awesome. Take care, guys. See you.